Today's video is sponsored by a dive so deep, if you drop Mount Everest into it, it still wouldn't reach the bottom. Imagine pitch black, crushing pressure, and no room for failure. And somehow this watch is built to represent that. Hey, there you are, and welcome to My Dude Watch. My name is Jason, and today's watch, it's big, it's bulky, it's the Spinnaker Piccard, and believe me, you do not want to miss this. This is going to be fun. You know the deal. Grab a snack, pull up a chair, and let's talk watches. All right, guys, real quick, the Dude 16 tournament is heating up and we're headed into the Elite 8, so be on the lookout for that, and there's still time to vote. I'll leave a link in the description just in case you want to go there and make your picks. Now, before we jump into the specs, I want to mention that today's watch is named after Jacques Piccard, the man who descended nearly 11,000 meters into the Mariana Trench. Deeper than Everest is tall. No light, extreme pressure, total isolation. So now you know. Let's move on to the tell of the tape. All right, here we go. This watch measures in at 45 millimeters in case diameter, 52 millimeters lug to lug, and 21 millimeters thick. And yes, that includes the crystal. So right out of the gate, this is a big boy. This is not pretending to be compact, it's not pretending to be slim, and it's definitely not pretending to disappear on your wrist. The Piccard is crafted with 316L stainless steel, and I mean everywhere. The case back, bezel, crown, and bracelet. And check out this massive crystal. It's AR-coated sapphire. And you get 550 meters of water resistance. This whole watch just feels substantial in every way. This thing comes in with real presence, real heft, and real purpose. Let's talk about first impressions. The first thing you notice with the Piccard is that it feels like a true instrument watch. It doesn't feel delicate, it doesn't feel refined in the traditional sense. It feels like a purpose-built deep diving machine. And that's important because some watches try to look rugged. This one actually is. On wrist, this is a mechanical, overbuilt tool watch statement piece. And to me, honestly, that's part of the appeal. Let's turn the watch over and have a look at the profile of this thing. You can see the brushing is very nice, and the further out from the crown you get, you see a sharp turn down of the lug tips. Now, I have no doubt you noticed this. The crown itself is oversized at 9.5 millimeters. This is not a small detail because it's easy to grip, easy to operate, and very much in line with the overall character of the watch. There is nothing about this build that feels accidental. Everything here says durability. Now let's talk about one of the best parts of this watch, and that's the bezel. This is a 120-click unidirectional rotating bezel, and when you stop the turn, it becomes locked in place. I mean, absolutely no backplay. The bezel action is elegant, it's tight, it's deliberate, it's confidence-inspiring, and it's the kind of bezel that should be on a watch that's trying to come across as a serious tool diver. And that black looks really nice. I'm glad they chose to do that. And check out the upside-down triangle at the 12. It's loomed and perfectly aligned. We all know specs matter, but so does execution. Let's have another look at this crystal and go a little deeper with it. This is one of the most interesting parts of the Piccard. You've got that AR-coated sapphire, but what really jumps out to me is how it behaves at angles. This thing absolutely explodes in distortion. And for some people, maybe that's a gripe, but for me, that's part of the charm. It gives the watch personality, it gives it character, and it gives it visual drama that you just don't get from flatter, safer designs. I guess a good way to word this, it's not a sterile watch. This watch has attitude, and when the light hits it, the crystal just jumps. It creates a look that makes the Piccard feel even more unique. Now, the dial on this version is yellow, and that obviously gives it more presence. You've got a strong, highly legible layout with applied indices and Swiss Superluminova, so visually it's not an issue here. There's also a date window at the 3 o'clock, which keeps the dial practical without really disrupting the design. And overall, I think Spinnaker did a nice job balancing fun and utility. It's definitely a bold piece, but you know what? It's got personality. But it still works as a tool watch. It still reads clearly, it's functional, and it delivers what you want from a watch like this. And you're also getting an NH35. Now, you guys already know how I feel about the NH35. It's not exotic, it's not glamorous, it's not the movement that you want when you try to impress someone, but it's reliable, it's proven, it's easy to service, and it makes a lot of sense with a watch like this. This is exactly the kind of movement I expect in a bold, rugged, daily capable tool style watch. And you've reached that part of the video where we put it all together and try to make sense of it all. We like to call this segment Gripes and Likes. We'll start with the gripes, and this guy here, well, it's large. And with 21 millimeters of thickness, it's absolutely not trying to be your daily wear watch or your go anywhere timepiece. When you wear it, you're going to know it's there, and depending on your wrist size, your preferences, that could be a deal breaker for you. And now the likes, and there's a whole lot to like here. This thing is unique. We always say it, a unique piece is needed in everyone's box. Not every watch in your collection should do absolutely the same thing. Not every watch should have the same personality. Not every watch should play it safe. The Piccard gives you something different. It gives you size. It gives you presence. It gives you a ton of distortion. It'll also give you conversation-starting energy. And believe me, that matters. Because beyond the specs, beyond the water resistance, beyond the steel and sapphire, this is a conversation piece. People will notice it, collectors will ask about it, and it absolutely brings something different into your collection. So who is this watch for? This watch is for the collector who wants something bold, something that doesn't look like every other diver in the watch box. This is for the guy who likes heavy tool watches, someone that appreciates character. This is for the collector who already has everyday pieces and wants something with more personality. We've already mentioned it's not subtle, it's not quiet, and this is definitely not trying to blend in. Now, when you look at everything you're getting here, 45 millimeter case, a 52 millimeter lug-to-lug, 21 millimeters thick, 316L stainless steel, AR-coated sapphire crystal, 550 meters of water resistance, an oversized crown, excellent bezel action, and a very distinct design language. I think the value proposition here makes sense. Remember, this is a lot of watch for less than $300. So here's the bottom line. This is a bold, deep-sea diver with a ton of personality. And now I want to hear from you. Is this a watch you would wear, or is it too big? Is it just a little too much? Hey, you made it to the end of another video. Thank you for doing that. We appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please take the time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It'll only take you a second, but it really does help. All right, it's time to wrap it up, so we will close the show. My name is Jason with My Dude Watch. We'll do it all again next time. But wait, don't forget, dudes can't be late.
Just run away, no more games. I can tell by your face that you feel the same. So don't you let us turn to ghosts. And if there is just a little hope, won't you let me know? Let's pack the car and we'll hit the road. It doesn't matter where we go. Smoke-stained hills or mountain snow. If you're here, then I'm home. Broken bottles and whiskey breath.